When you think about the highest interest rate you've ever paid, what comes to mind? 18%, maybe 24% on a credit card or two? What about 445%, 1,000%? In the state of Missouri, those rates are perfectly legal. Just head to some of the poorest areas of Kansas City. They'll sign you right up.
This entire situation is, unconscionable.
You're watching hidden camera video inside of a storefront loan shop where business is good, very good.
Either the loan has to be paid off or continue to make payments because that's how the company has set up these type of loans.
This video was taken inside this Midtown King of Cash store where they'll sign just about anyone up for a high-interest loan.
A lot of things, if you're desperate, sound like a pretty good deal.
Sister Berta Saylor of Operation Breakthrough says payday loan and small loan lenders have flocked to Midtown to target the city's working poor because her clients, mostly single moms, don't have access to traditional loans.
Our mothers do not have access to banks. They have no credit histories. And so it's a place that will loan you money, kind of no questions asked.
Our investigation began after a former Operation Breakthrough client, a single mom with a third-grade education, went to King of Cash and took out a loan to pay her utility bill.
Sandra is 33 and she is on full disability, SSI, for mental health.
For her protection, we did not interview the woman we'll call Sandra on camera and instead chose to tell the story through the eyes of the woman's advocate, Julie Carmichael.
She finished third grade, or at least to the best of her memory, she finished third grade. She has the reading level, she's been tested at a reading level of second or third grade.
When Carmichael sat down to help Sandra with her monthly budget, she says it didn't take long to figure out why the woman was having such a tough time. According to these documents, Sandra had taken out a loan for $300 to pay that utility bill at an annual percentage rate of 342%.
Sandra shared this with me, and I was looking at it, and she goes, "So what did you think, Julie?" And I said, "Well, Sandra, honey, I'm really worried about this number right here." And I pointed to the 342, and she said, "Oh, is that bad?" And I said, "Yes, dear, that's very bad."
The cost to pay off that $300 loan? A whopping $1,080. Carmichael said she couldn't believe, in light of the fact Sandra can't read and suffers mental illness, she was able to take out any kind of loan. But King of Cash had signed her right up.
There is a population out there being preyed upon that need a voice, that need somebody to stand up and be a voice for them and say, this just is not tolerable.
That 342% interest rate they charged her is perfectly legal in the state of Missouri. What do you say to people who might say, well, that's her problem if she doesn't understand what she's signing?
You know, and I have actually heard that. I mean, you know, people are arguing, well, she's an unfair credit risk and, you know, all this other stuff. But, you know, we have protections in place for minors and people under 18. There are populations out there that we try to protect from all kinds of predators.
There's some flexibility there.
Which brings us back to the hidden camera we gave Operation Breakthrough volunteers inside King of Cash.
Doesn't really have the capacity to grasp what this means.
There's no way to stop the payments. They're going to continually draft until the loan is paid off.
I'm assuming from proof of income you know that she's on disability.
Yeah, and we accept customers on that's on a fixed income. That's one of the requirements.
Back at Operation Breakthrough, the outcome is no surprise to Sister Berta.
You know, and if you were choosing between taking a loan out of a place you knew was going to rip you off or having your kid homeless, what would you do?
This week, it was Sandra. Next week, she says, it will be someone else. So why are there so many payday loan and storefront small loan shops in Kansas City? How is it legal for them to charge as much as 1,000% interest? Is Missouri among the worst with respect to payday loan lenders, or is Missouri the worst?
Missouri is the worst.
Our investigation continues as we go to Jeff City for answers. It's tomorrow night at 10. Dana Wright, KCTV 5 News.